about yourself? For example, your name, age, and occupation.
So my name is Wei Yun and I am 22 this year and I'm currently a full-time student at SIT.
What do you do at SIT?
So I study um culinary and baking and pastry at the Culinary Institute of America. And yeah, lor.
Okay, so what do you do during your free time, and how much of it is spent outdoors?
In my free time I usually work or I go out with friends. And on my weekends I'm pretty much outside.
What do you do outside?
Like I go eat and then find stuff to do in Singapore, like go Garden by the Bay and um there's sometimes there's like events happening each month, then I'll just go for that.
So it means that you don't actually spend much of your time outdoors,
I guess usually it's work on my weekends.
Okay. I think work is in under the hot sun.
Or like kitchen.
Kitchen is outdoors.
No, it's indoors. But you go outside to work, what? Just stepping out of my house. I thought you meant outside. Okay, okay.
Okay, so do you like spend a lot of your time outdoors?
No. The answer is no.
Like not at all.
No, I do like I go out and then go eat with my friends and stuff, but we don't really go outdoors. Singapore is a bit too hot.
So if you had the opportunity, you'd rather stay indoor than outdoors.
Yes.
Okay. Then how would you describe your lifestyle in relation to the heat in Singapore?
I think it's I would approach the areas that has aircon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And usually only during the monsoon season then I will go outside to have picnics or whatever at Marina Barrage. But usually when it's very hot it's always indoors.
So when you like go Marina Barrage all this, do you feel that okay, assuming that it is like hot sun and whatever, do you like is there anything you do to like, combat the heat?
Um some of my friends will have the portable fan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, or we just find shade. Because Marina Barrage, there's like some places that have shades.
Mm-hmm.
Or under the tree at the beach.
Um,
Yeah. Or we can bring umbrellas. Just walk around with umbrella.
okay, so it also related to that topic. What are some ways to currently deal with like extreme heat in Singapore? So on days that like you step out of the house and it's so hot, that kind. What are some ways to deal with the extreme heat?
I guess can wear like not long sleeve, short sleeve, short pants. But actually, most days in Singapore is very hot. I just deal with it. I don't do anything about it.
Even in
just sweat.
extreme heat, like
Yeah,
if you see the heat waves, those like freaking hot days.
Yeah, I just go out of my house, go to the bus, wait for the bus to come, then finally in the bus, then it's cooler.
You like don't bring any extra fan,
No, I don't bring any.
do you drink extra water or
No, I don't
this?
bring.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Then in recent years, have you like volunteered before? Why or why not?
No, I only volunteer when the school asks me to volunteer.
Okay.
But after that, I never volunteer. I feel like because some of the volunteering is like quite difficult to find or like quite difficult to like if you apply already it's quite difficult to do.
Apply
Like they don't
meaning?
like cause you have to I mean for those volunteer work that I did for school it's like you have to notify the person that you want to volunteer. But it's not like they will take everybody in to volunteer.
So what do you volunteer again? What do you do
I
during your
did
volunteer?
like wheeling parts, I think. I forget what's the name. It's like you cook and stuff for people who needs the food.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then it's like there's so much people over there already volunteering. So you go there, you also like just do a bit only. It's not like you do much. Then it's like not they won't accept like everybody to volunteer, I guess.
So in your
Because there was already
opinion,
so much.
so like in your opinion, the reason why you don't like actively seek out voluntary opportunity because you feel that Even if you do, you don't feel like you're being selected.
Sometimes, like those very popular volunteer work, like work with animals, this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they don't take everybody. Then only like a lot of people that want, like a lot of my friends who want to volunteer wants to volunteer for like those very like play with animals, this sort of thing.
Like,
no, it's like, quite hard to get one.
then what if, is there any other factors other than the fact that, oh, you might not get in?
Then also cause maybe like I don't really see a lot of people volunteering.
Mm-hmm.
Then I only have you who volunteers. Other than that, nobody else volunteers. No, I have another friend who volunteer also because she work at, not she work at, but she very involved with her CC.
Oh.
Yeah, then she volunteer on,
Does she invite
on some
you?
days. No, it's only like her CC and her family.
What is like someone invite you? Will you like go?
It depends.
Why?
If I'm
It
lazy
depends
or
on
not.
what? Depends on laziness.
Yeah. Or like if I'm free on the day, because usually it's like the day after school, then it's on a Saturday, it's in the morning, and then I'm like tired.
So in a way, it is also the fact that you feel that you don't have enough time also.
A little bit, I guess, because I still got work on the weekends. It's like when I want to volunteer, it's only at my free time. But then at my free time, I also want to rest.
So you value rest time over volunteering. Then what would incentivize you to like volunteer?
I think if I actually do get into volunteering, I will continue volunteering if like how to say like I can sense the gratitude from other people. But because I never start yet, so I never feel anything yet.
Is it that you need like someone to push you?
Something like yeah, I do need someone to push me. Because now it's like just I find no reason in volunteering.
If for example, if I push you now to start volunteering, would you try?
I mean, I will try if I have someone to go with me and keep me consistent. Then yes, I will try. But now nobody want. I'm not actively looking to go and volunteer.
Okay. Then okay, since you don't right, but is there anyone that will inspire you? Because you don't currently like, but is there any inspiration or anyone that will like get you more involved in volunteering? So, because you need a little bit of push, right? Who is that someone that would maybe inspire you to start?
I would say my friends, I guess, but my friends who go and volunteer also never really speak much about their volunteering experience. So it's like just another day for them. So I don't know if it's like very enriching or what. So I just feel like I don't want to waste my time.
So if I were to tell you the benefits, like oh, I feel so gratitude, like towards and people feel gratitude towards me, you might feel a bit more inspired.
I guess like tell story.
What kind of story you want to hear?
I don't know, like just a story. Like in general, can say something more than I going volunteer today. Then
So in this case, how many times do you volunteer in a month? Zero. Alright.
For 22 years, I think I only volunteer like 3 times.
Alright. And it's all compulsory time.
Yeah, from secondary school, poly.
Okay. Then also in the same topic lah, what kind of recognition and achievements like in volunteering will be meaningful for you? Because you say you want to hear some stories here and there, right? So what are some recognition achievements in volunteering that we know will push you a bit more or you want to go a bit?
Like
Recognition achievement?
like after I volunteer or like
Anything. Maybe like what will get you going? And then what will get you going first? And then when you go to the volunteering, like what do you expect out of it?
I mean secondary and poly is like I expect a good grade lah, but
This one is volunteer.
But then now I don't know now I don't know. I'm not sure. Like I don't know, in secondary school they always say that you can put your volunteering work on your resume.
Mm-mm.
I feel like that one will make your employers look like, oh, you're very active in the community. Then maybe you'll be active in the company or whatever.
So in a way, like portfolio building will help you
I guess.
to get
But
more
then,
employment. So like good character award.
something like that, yeah.
Okay, cool.
But then, like that, everybody volunteer also will have, so I'm not really sure.
It's just like incentive, it doesn't have to be everyone. It doesn't have to be unique to you.
Just,
Then, what did you just say? So it's like, really what?
like, portfolio thing.
Oh, good character.
Yeah.
Achievement awards, right? Then are you currently getting like this kind of good character award from the other sources?
No, nowadays, I mean, uni nobody cares. So, we got nothing.
But are you finding any fulfillment from doing that potentially you could be finding from volunteering in your other like day-to-day lives? You're just contented with how you are, lah.
Yes.
Okay, clear. Then do you feel that you have a responsibility to take action on climate change? You or youth in general?
Climate change.
Why not?
I feel like yes, because Singapore is too hot. I feel like it's also because of like climate change. I mean, I just do my part in like recycling, and then there's like take the public transport instead of taking car. Yeah. And then that's it.
So the main factor on why you feel that we need to take action is it affects us lah in the sense that it's very hot.
Yeah, it affects everybody. Like literally everybody. And it's quite obvious because like every year from like when we were young until now, you can see the very big difference. And like the news and everything at overseas also like quite like other countries also quite serious. Like you can see how far climate change has progressed.
So the things that you do is mainly the sustainable, like reduce, recycle that one.
Yeah.
And what else?
Like buy less plastic. Don't buy plastic bag at NTUC and whatever.
Is that do you do anything that will go do you do anything that goes out of your way? Okay. Why?
I don't go out with like what?
Is it maybe lack of knowledge? Could it be that you just lazy?
Go out of my way to
Reduce like to fight against heat in Singapore?
I mean like I don't know, because now everything like quite convenient. Like if you want to throw your electronics, you can throw it at some mall. Like they have this thing. Then you just have to bring your electronics to the mall and throw there. And then some they got like those you can those like pamphlet they put at your house there and say they can collect used items. Then you just put outside your door and then they'll collect it for you. So it's everything very convenient already. So I think it's really go out of the way.
First, things have you feel that quite a lot has been done by Singapore governments to help also. Then do you think more can be done
to fight climate change
or like heat in general because climate change rate to heat right?
I think Singapore has really done the most that it can do in terms of like educating people also, like the young and the old. I think right now it's just because they also have been like implementing like so many. Oh, I know they can do. They need to teach people how to recycle properly because every time they throw stuff at the blue color bin is stuff that cannot be recycled. Then in the end, everything in the blue bin have to be thrown.
So in a way they have educated well, but they are not
like
Precise.
no, it's like they educate people well. Like they educate the young and the old.
Okay.
But then what Singaporeans cannot do is to use the knowledge that they learn to recycle properly. It's like everybody know how to recycle properly, but they don't recycle properly. Like they don't know that you have to wash your plastic bottles before you put in the recycling bin.
So in a way, do you think more education is needed?
I don't think so, because I don't think it's more education needs to be done, because everybody knows. For a very long time they've been saying to recycle properly, which I'm pretty sure everybody knows to recycle properly, but nobody does it. I don't know why, but it's like maybe they should have like a consequence that if you don't recycle properly, like in Japan like that, I think.
Okay. Then what do you think are the biggest obstacle from you like joining heat related programs? So for example, I have a program that teaches you how to really combat heat. Or like things in general, would you join? If not, like what would be your biggest obstacle in joining?
Is it free? If it's free, then I'll join.
Free.
Okay, I'll join.
Then you'll join. Why?
Because, I mean, if it's like educational and it's not something that, people have been repeating the same thing over and over again, then
So you want something that is new,
yeah.
that's not usually taught, then you will join. But you say previously you got time also, right? Then how do you think we can fit this program so that it helps you
Like
manage your time?
in schools law, like nobody can force you to go except schools. Just make it compulsory. Yeah, just make it compulsory and interesting. And okay, we will go with this.
Okay, can. Then, do you know what heat resilience is?
No.
It's okay to say no. Okay. My time to shine. So I'll just read from here too. Heat resilience is the ability for individuals and communities to withstand and adapt and recover from extreme heat conditions. So just adapting. So for example, if the weather very hot, then what can we do to combat? Something like that. Then it also involves raising awareness and adopting practices to reduce health risks. Because when extreme heat comes, right, some people might have heat stroke. Right. So especially the elderly, outdoor workers like our migrant workers doing MRT and school children. So that's what heat resilience is, which is how do we fight against it and raise awareness. Okay. So now that you know more about what heat resilience is, what do you think are some like activities or like I guess programs that will make you join like, things related to that just it?
Is I heard, I don't know if this is part of heat resilience, but like, there's like places where there's mist.
Or like
they purposely put mist. But yeah, because it's too hot. Like they put mist at the bus stop. Or they put the fan with the mist. Then they'll blow it around. But the fan is not like on 24/7. It's like you have to click the button, then it will turn on for like 30 minutes. Yeah. Is that part of it? Then that's what I know about it lah. Like then Singapore also like built a lot of trees to combat. Also, which I feel like give shade and also give better air.
How do you learn about all of this?
I don't know, it's been so long.
News
News is not. Cause I know like Japan they got like bus stops. Like that. It's like mist everywhere.
Okay. Then do you know about the Singapore Red Cross Academy? Yes. Okay, then how do you think they can help contribute to heat resilience?
I think they can educate people on like what heat can do to the body, like heat stroke and stuff. Yeah. Then they can teach people how to identify before it even gets worse, so that they can get themselves to safety first, I guess.
So training on how to identify like heat related illnesses or stuff that could happen. Yeah. How do you think they can do that? Compulsory is it?
No lah, cause they got like secondary school CCAs mah. You can teach the people in the secondary school or like.
So
Red
the
Cross CCA.
organization teach the
Yeah.
Red Cross people, then the Red Cross people
Can show their. I don't know lah, but the Red Cross quite big mah in Singapore, like, especially for CCAs.
But those are Red Cross individuals. So about you as someone that does not join Red Cross?
I don't know, they can give out like pamphlets or stuff.
Pamphlets.
Like there's people who always give out.
Oh.
Bus stop, bus interchange, and stuff.
Okay. Then how would you compare your awareness of climate resistance to your peers?
I think everybody knows about climate change and awareness, and they're aware of it. But it's like we don't actively talk about it because it's just there. It's like Singapore is hot. We just complain that Singapore is hot, and then we just complain that climate change is damn bad, and then that's it. But we know it's like a problem lah.
But just we don't act on it.
I guess. Some of them do act on it lah, but it's not like we talk about it because it's a very boring subject. But we don't talk about it. Yeah.
Okay. Then can you recall any past campaigns on any topic that made you want to take action? And what makes it so effective in your eyes?
I don't remember.
Can be online, can be offline.
Hey, those very long BBC documentation. What's it called again?
Documentary?
Yeah, documentary. Then with the very soothing voice, with the calm. Then after that, they show the whole world and then the animal dying and the seawater rising. I think that was quite interesting.
So documentaries.
But then, yeah, documentaries lor. Especially those very long lah. I think that one is quite interesting.
Define long.
Like 1 hour.
Oh, like
It's like surprising because they talk about very like boring subjects, but quite interesting. But that one is I only watch with my dad when he's on the channel. It's been a while.
But did it make you take action?
Yeah, because you see, because when you do it in Singapore, it's just like this month. There's like nothing much. We don't have any more. We don't have like a lot of wildlife so much. So when you see how everybody's like actions is affecting the animals from the far cold countries. Yeah, it's called Antarctica, is it? And from
Atlantic.
Then it's like a lot of them is like dying and going extinct
I be here dying a lot.
I don't know. It's like going extinct and it's like you feel like maybe you should do something.
So being able to see the impact that you make in the world makes you feel like it's okay.
Like makes me feel like it's my problem also.
Okay, then when we go back to this heat resilience program, how do you think they can incentivize you to, go for their programs to learn more how to combat heat?
Like what?
I don't know, like what would make you want to go to their heat rate programs? Something similar.
I know, they can.
Okay, maybe not external factors. Internally.
They give free stuff.
Okay, like what kind of free stuff?
Oh, like sometimes they can give like keychains of animals. It makes you feel sad for the animal, and then you go that type of thing.
So something that will remind you this world.
For this type of thing, right? I feel like need to have some
emotional.
Yeah, need to have some emotional thing. Then people will go because everybody keeps talking about it. From young until now, everybody keeps saying it, and then they say until like it's so big deal. It's a big deal lah. Like it's a big deal.
The World Climate Song. Okay.
But because everybody say it's a big deal, then eventually it become not so big in your eyes because everybody is like, it's a big deal.
That's true.
So you don't really like know the extent also until people show you that it is your fault, it's everybody's fault. Then you will feel like, yes, it's my fault to do something about it. So I feel like they need to relate like emotional stuff to
Yeah, how can they relate that for you? Just the keychains?
I don't know, bro. But they need to like this. I feel like they also need to attract people to come on. This type of thing
It's
like
somewhat attract in your eyes because you are one of their target audience, basically.
give free stuff lor. Like like give like save the animals.
But would it be
keychain or
boring for
whatever.
you?
Like, if it's a good keychain, I'll take it.
So
Because Singaporeans, everything free, then they will go on.
so must be a bit quality. But other than keychains, okay, how about other than keychains? Much keychains.
Like incentive for us to go. Maybe they like
As you say, a lot of people already know, ma. Then how can we like make this emotional appeal? As someone that is like use, we have the because you also say that use have we can make an impact, ma. We have the responsibility. So how can you take this responsibility?
I don't know. I like anything. Like how incentive like
Just like what will make you like if you can't take it anymore it's fine, but it's just like because as you say you want to make emotional appeal. So how can you create this emotional appeal more other than just using objects to relate and remind? Are there any ways we can make this emotional appeal to you? I want to join.
I think the there's a wow, what was that? The 60 minute, is it 60 minute? They off the lights. That one. What is it called?
Like all around the world they offer that one, right?
Yeah. I feel like we should I feel like we need to have more like national bonding to this type of thing. Do you understand? If cannot this I feel like cannot one person or like a few people want to do, then everybody will do. This one need I feel like if want a global scale, like a national scale, like the government and all need to
Sure. Like for example, the national flag during the NDP.
That kind. It needs to be more grander scale lah. Then people will go. Like,
that's true.
And then I think it'll be fun for people to do also.
That's true.
Because the 60 minute lights out thing is like nobody in Singapore do it. Then it feels like it's not really a big thing in Singapore, But other countries like the whole city goes to light. It's like also a bit fun, if you are there, you're like quite cool,
So the government should hammer on it more, I guess. Okay.
Does it make sense?
Makes sense. And have you helped someone, elderly, children, or any like migrant workers, like those outside workers, during extreme heat? If not, how would make you like be like action more?
I know. I think no, because they already know
What to do?
what to do. Like they will just go shelter or just buy water. Not really got any.
Okay. Then for our discussion, what do you think is the most important factor in getting youth engaged in like heat resilience?
I think I think they already have the education. They just need the motivation to do.
So how can you motivate? Like for example, do a social media campaign. Okay. Okay, I ask again. So from our discussion, what do you think is the most important factor in getting youth engaged in heat resilience?
I think they already have the education, but they need the motivation to do.
And how can we
Like I say, it's the need to have more action on it, then make people feel like they are motivated to do it. Cannot be just one group of people want to do, then they cannot motivate a large group of people to do when everybody else is already feeling like it's just another thing, mah.
do you think social media can enhance that?
I think so, yes. They need to make more like an emotional advertisements.
Okay, then for example, what will you see in social media that will make you
Because all the type of environmental or heat resilient thing I see is like it's just like a post and then some words and a
okay.
picture. It's very boring.
Alright, then what can we do?
Yeah, you have like those very catchy songs that you will stick in your mind forever.
你选
Huh?
你选
Something like that. Something that is easy for kids to understand also. Then you can teach them from young, then they will have the habit. Or like they can have those emotional and heart-wrenching one for adults.
you want me?
Like I don't know, one that attacks like the one that shows that their actions will have consequences. Okay, maybe the adults.
Okay, can.
Currently, I'm studying.
Okay. So what do you do during your free time and how much of it is actually spent outdoors? Outdoors are like under the hot sun.
Actually, during my free time, usually I'm either at home or like going out. Under the hot sun, honestly, not much here. I feel like only like maybe 1/4 of the time. Cause usually like when it's very hot, I'll actually go and seek shelter. Usually, unless those are unavoidable, then I will just have to go. If not, I'll try to avoid it.
Okay. Then how will you describe your lifestyle in relation to heat in Singapore?
Let me think. To be very honest, right? This few days I don't really feel the heat, so I can't think of much things. But it's like if I were to go out to attractions, as you see Singapore, right, although they are pretty much heavily sheltered, there's a lot of attraction like the zoo, like I don't know, Mandai, or like Garden by the Bay. Some of them are not really fully sheltered. So it's like sometimes when it's like very hot, I just take an umbrella. But if I can, I'll usually find shelter. So I think most of my activities I go to is actually under the sun.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
So you most of the activity is under the sun, but you will like use umbrella everything and you just deal with it.
Yeah. Unless it's like really damn hot, then I'll try to like seek shelter first. Like maybe blow the aircon or something, then I'll come out for the second round.
Okay. What do you do?
Like for the heat.
As in, you say you go out.
Oh, so you want to know like what do I do outside?
Mm.
Like when I go out, what do I do? Like
Mm.
you mean like
Like for example, you say what got one round two one.
oh, so basically like so for example if you want to visit like botanical garden and the sun is like very hot, so maybe if I walk halfway and it's like very hot, so I'll try to find shelter and maybe like those cafe, then you really can drink water or like I don't know walk around first until I'm fully cooled down. Or if it's like raining, then I'll also hide inside lah. But if it's like hot weather, I'll have to cool down, then I will go out and walk again. I'll take a break in between.
Okay, so you seek shelter by going indoors, then you come out. Okay.
Yes.
Then what are some ways you currently deal with extreme heat in Singapore?
Okay, so for me, right, I would so there's this thing called like wet wipes, the cooling wipes. So if I feel very hot, I just bring that around, or I just go to the toilet and wash my face. Or I could just use a tissue to just wipe down my sweat. Cause honestly, I don't bring fan, but I think I will bring fan, but I always forget to bring. So the ways that I've been doing now is just to wash my face or like those like wet wipes. Or try to seek like aircon places as soon as possible.
Okay. Then have you volunteered before? Why and why not?
Okay, I did have some volunteering experiences during my days in poly. So like there's this thing called 空外, I think some 空外书 helper thing. So what we do is we sign up and then they will actually have this group chat. Then they have some scheduled dates. So maybe like 3 days in this month or in this semester. So cause I have my friends, so I go with my friends. So we choose a certain date to go. So what we do is that when we go there, they'll give us a bag and a clipboard. So what we're supposed to do for the volunteering is to knock on the door and then do a survey with them to check whether if they are living alone, if there's any like health condition, usually for those with like 65 years old and above. So we have to knock the door. So they'll give us this block and the unit number. So you have to go and knock the door and see how many interviews that we collect. So I think there's always a target amount of blocks that we have to do. So of course the more people, the faster you can do. If not, after one round you have to go for second round. So I think I did that for like 2 months.
Is it compulsory?
No, it's not compulsory. It's like you have to register.
But then why did you register? Like what made you like want to volunteer?
To be very honest, just cause my friend was like, "Do you want to go together?" So I'm like, "Sure, why not?" So I went. So it's not really. I didn't really. I always miss my email, so I will not see unless someone like prompt me. Then I'll be like, "Okay, why not?"
Oh, okay. So is your friend ask you to go, then you're like, okay, why not? Is it? But what
Yes,
was your
cause
thought process?
actually just okay lor. It's just
Oh,
okay
just
lor.
okay,
Like I
lor,
don't
just
mind.
go.
It's like I don't mind going cause it's like good for the portfolio, and I mean I'm free anyway, so why not, right?
So like time is not an issue for you.
It wasn't an issue back then cause the commitment is just any day you want, just at least one day. Then they have usually 3 or 5 days. They can go like every 2 days or so. Just let them know.
Okay, so it's like flexible lah, so you like it.
Yes.
Okay. So who and what inspire you to even get involved in volunteering?
So usually my friends are the one that inspire me. Cause it's like I hear stories from them that they go and volunteer here and there. And then it seems like a good experience for them. Then I'll be like, oh, why you never ask me go with me? Go together also. Then that's when I feel like actually seeing how they actually enjoy from it, me feel like actually this could be something that's quite enjoyable. So it just prompted me to try. And once I tried, I think it's actually quite a meaningful experience.
How do you define meaningful?
It's at least you're helping in some way. Like to me, meaningful is like, so in this case, right, although it's not a very direct kind of help, but it's like you still help the hospital to identify those who may need help. So it's like indirect support. Overall, it still create a very positive effect. So that's like meaningful to me.
Okay. Then what kind of recognition or achievement in volunteering will be like very meaningful to you?
Like what kind of recognition?
Mm, and achievements. Because for example, you say that meaningful is when you know that you help someone, right? Is there like recognition or achievements that are meaningful for you, or just the fact that I help someone, they can.
Just the fact that I help someone. Because I don't think I get a cert or anything also. It's just like you know you did this and yeah, I guess just the thought and the
Okay.
action.
Then do you feel that you have responsibility in taking action on climate resilience? Why and why not?
Climate.
Climate, like climate
So
change.
like about climate change. Whether I have the responsibility to take action in it, is it? Personally, I feel that I do because like climate is like as a whole, it's not just other people but also us. So it's like is it about like what we can do to help to reduce climate change?
Can be what you do lor. So do you personally feel that you like yourself should do something to help the climate change, or you feel that nah, it's not really my problem?
I feel like we should like cause we are the youth mah, so we are still like young and there's still like I know 70 years to go for us. And now like climate change is like it's like quite obvious even in like the temperature, the drop or the rise in temperature. So I feel like as in our generation, we actually have more power to do something to try to help with climate change. Because if we don't do something right now in future, back in don't know how many years down the road, it's either our future generation will suffer or we will suffer. So some of the stuff that we can do are quite simple. It'll be like trying to not use so much plastic. It's like one example that we can try to reduce. So not a very hard thing to do, I feel.
So do you feel that like these kind of small actions contributes to like the environment and climate change in general?
Yes, because it's like one person's effort when there's a lot of one person add up together. I think that's like quite like a huge like contribution. So recently I was doing a research on plastic waste. Although as a whole it's not very significant, like the statistic, there's a drop. But I feel that maybe in the long run it will actually help. Because now we are just spacing off from 1 year or 2 year, which is not a very long duration to judge.
Okay, then what do you think is the biggest obstacle like stopping you from doing climate change or heat resilience or heat related programs? Like what do you think could be the potential barriers for you
I
to
feel
do
for
more?
me it's probably my eczema cause it's like very hot, right? So you will still have to on the aircon cause if not I will scratch and I'll be very itchy. So that's like a barrier in my opinion. Although I can try to reduce it, but I still feel like it's very important to stay on it. So I have not much choice to stay on it cause fan sometimes is not sufficient. So as you on more aircon, there'll be more contribution to the climate. So this is something I feel is like a barrier. And some more now the weather in Singapore is like getting hotter and hotter. So it's a bit unavoidable to not on aircon. So imagine like in school you want to not on the aircon, I think you will die of like suffocation. Right. So that's something I feel like is a barrier because of Singapore's heat.
Okay. Then do you know of any laws in Singapore that helps in climate change and heat related like activities? And do you feel that more can be done?
To be honest, right, I don't think I'm aware of any of those.
Okay, it's okay. Like none at all lah.
Yeah.
Then seeing that you do not know much of it, do you think that Singapore uh, should do anything about it?
I
Or
feel like
like
Singapore should do more about it. Because you can see a lot of news articles. I don't remember in general, but I think there's a lot of news article on how different countries are trying to help with climate change. But from Singapore point of view, as you can see that there's not much news about it. And you can see that people still, although they're charging on plastic bags or doing more recycling like programs, but you still can see there's still a lot of plastic bottles around. And and all the 10-cent charge, people are still buying plastic bag. And they're actually finding that those plastic container for the takeaway cup, okay. So at the start, people will be like, oh, it's so expensive. But as time go, they think it's essential. They'll still use it. So I feel like maybe the penalty is not strong enough. Or the importance are not really being shared. So people are thinking like, oh, it's okay. There'll be someone else who'll do it. In either way.
wait, like a bit like bystander effect lah. Also like oh someone will do
Yeah,
it, I don't
bystander
really.
effect, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then do you know what heat resilience is? It's okay to say no.
No, I don't.
Let me read to you. Okay.
Okay.
It's a bit important. So heat resilience is the ability for individuals, communities
Mm-hmm.
to withstand, adapt, and recover from extreme heat. Extreme heat, for example, like under the hot sun, then like someone like I don't know heat stroke. So it's about how we as a society can adapt to it. How can we challenge it? How can we like educate on it? And then it's usually involving raising awareness and using adaptive practices lah. So education again to reduce health risks. And this is especially for like elderlies, outdoor workers and school children. So that's it resilience.
I
Okay,
see.
so on this topic, do you know what Singapore Red Cross is?
Okay, I just know the name by its name, but I don't really know in depth.
Okay. Uh, I'll just let you know briefly about it also. So
Okay.
Singapore Red Cross is just a humanitarian organization. So
Mm-hmm.
it serves a vulnerable group like again elderly, the school children example, and it's to help deal with the disaster. So for them to do first aid, like they teach first aid to children. I mean not children, like school children. And then they usually focus on community preparedness. So like under like extreme heat, what do they do? What can someone do? So it's also on education again. So knowing a bit more about what Singapore Red Cross is, how do you think they can contribute to heat resilience?
I think when, for example, when because as what you mentioned, like heat resilience, like how we can adapt to like maybe heat stroke or like the hot ass weather, right? So I feel like maybe as people are trying to adapt to it, there's still chances that they might still suffer from heat stroke and all the health condition that could be associated with extreme heat. So all these Red Cross can be maybe on standby to me be be there when they were trying to do any experience on heat related stuff. So maybe if they something fall or like due to heat or anything, so the first aid people can actually help them to maybe resuscitate them or save them. Or maybe tell them ways to prevent such thing from happening.
So it is to teach.
To teach, help, and also maybe support them.
Who is the them?
The Red Cross. No, the Red Cross is supposed to support the people who is trying to adapt to the heat resistance. But maybe somehow they fall because of the heat resistance or like heat wave, because of the heat stroke or like maybe anything due to dehydration. Then they fall or something. So maybe all these people could be the volunteers. So maybe this Red Cross can be on standby when they are doing any experiment or trials. Or could be just there to educate them on how to prevent heat stroke without the need of like on aircon and everything. Anything related to heat lah.
But you say that it is you're referring to people that might have heat conditions, like more prone to heat
No,
conditions.
more of like those people, because you're saying how they are trying to be more heat resistant, to try to adapt to the strong heat. So when they are trying to adapt, right, there could be some cases that they have heat stroke lah, you know. If they want to adapt what, so they have to overcome it. So this kind of situation might happen. So as they adapt them, so as they adapt, these things can happen still. So the Red Cross can be on standby to like help them lah, so they won't die, you know.
But sometimes it's unpredictable.
So maybe the Red Cross can also like raise awareness and educate them on how to prevent.
Like in general or
Yeah, in general, for like the heat related stuff.
to the public.
Only heat, yeah, like only heat related conditions.
Okay.
Yep,
So
yep.
it's education to the public, and also I assume you're talking about this like workshop style whereby like if those people who are prone, then they come out and then
Yes, so they can sign up for free or something, maybe $5, maybe low charge to encourage people to sign up.
okay. Then like on this topic, then how do you get people to I guess sign up for this?
So usually you either offer it as free or low cost, I feel, then people will start to sign up. Or maybe incentives, I don't know. So maybe usually you want to attract those people.
Like what kind of incentives or what?
So maybe like I see somewhere they'll offer a cup of drink. We can treat them drinks. So maybe there's a booth over there and be like, hey, you want to sign up for this workshop and you can get this maybe like a prize. Or like a dog gift. Maybe this kind of workshop should be kept as short as possible because people don't want to hear anything too long, in my opinion.
But
Or
do you
maybe a
think
booklet.
okay? Do you think this is a
They
short
do
term or long term solution?
it could be a long-term solution if they actually read thoroughly and take the skill into their brain. If they just read and forget, then that's a short term. But if they actually like go for the workshop or like maybe they have this booklet with them that they can refer to every time, then I think this could be a long-term effect. Especially if they know the importance, they probably can spread to their other family members or pass down to like influence more people.
Yeah, how do you think you can make it even more long term? Because you say that it's also up to them whether they want to listen or keep in, right? How can we encourage the long term behavior?
Long-term behavior, huh? Actually, we can't really like change their mindset, but to make it long term, maybe you can post more of this kind of like content on the social media. So if they keep seeing it everywhere, they will start to feel like, this could be quite important, and this could always remind them that these skills are still very much needed.
So what do you think, like as you yourself is a youth, right? So what kind of content do you think you see? Then you'll be like, you prompt me to sign up or you remind me.
Maybe something that's like, those if the content itself have the very, 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 very too much. How do I say too much? It's like the design is very like eye brightening. You'll caught your attention type. Now
Brightening.
yeah, so it'll catch my attention to actually read the thing in detail. And really try not to be too lengthy, really like straight to the point.
Mm.
And yeah lor. or they can actually offer podcasts also. So you don't have to always read. You can also listen as you go to work or when during your free time.
So
Am I answering the question?
Yeah, you are. Then,
Yeah.
how will you compare your awareness of climate resilience to your peers? Like your
I feel like
knowledge on it.
my knowledge on it to my peers, I think it's about the same though, because we are currently studying on climate change in some way. So actually youth like us are pretty much educated on climate change since young. Because at this generation or this era, actually they have been talking about climate change. So I think the awareness is quite there. Quite a lot. But are we doing anything about it?
Acting on it, yeah. Are we acting on it?
No, nobody is acting on it. Or actually,
Why? Why
there
do
is
you
a
think
small group
so?
of people. Because people find it inconvenient. So for example, like people recycle the plastic bottles into the recycling bin. They have issues be like, oh, I actually don't know which one to recycle. What type of thing I can recycle. And some people be like, oh, it's like a bystander effect. If my one person effort is not enough and it doesn't really help, so maybe other people can do it. So I feel all these are the reason why people will be like, oh, actually I don't have to act on it. And some people might feel like, oh, now 50 years on the road, maybe it's really it's not my issue anymore. So some people just let it go and be like, I don't really have to do anything. So what they feel.
But do you feel
I
this
think.
way? Then do you feel this way?
Okay, the bystander effect, I think I do feel this way. But the
Okay.
rest and the recycling part, I also do. Cause I
Oh
honestly
no!
so confused, when I take the bottle, I'm like, I think I throw this packaging, I'm like, is this plastic or is this like I don't know what else? I think there's a few times that I have to admit I throw wrongly, and I think you're the one who told me, no, that's not plastic. Then I was like, oh shit, but I throw already. Then that's like, I think I'm, I'm not too sure on which one is to throw into where. That's why I'm like, is it plastic or paper or styrofoam? So I think the awareness on that we should be like be on it lah, I feel. And
So
the bystander effect is
it's like you know that you must throw somewhere, like at some specific way, but sometimes like you do not know where the category is what, is it?
yeah, and I know it's like to me this look like a plastic, but it's not a plastic to another person. So
Oh,
and
mm,
they always say recycling like bottles and everything, right?
mm.
So then they say it's supposed to be like clean, so they don't
Oh
contaminate other
yeah,
stuff.
correct.
But okay, then there's another inconvenience about it. Who will after they drink the bottle of green tea, they will go to the toilet and wash and throw inside. Who will want to do that, right? It's like so inconvenient. I feel like if you're in a rush, even if it's the mindset to do so, you're like, "Aya, screw it next time," right? I feel lah, personally.
So it's like you think these are like the reason why, although you know that you're doing great if you were to do
Yeah.
it, it's just freaking inconvenient.
Mm. Even if you have the heart to do it, but maybe due to a lack of time or something, you didn't manage to do it. Or at least throw into the wrong box.
Do you think like is there anything we or like the government can do then to like help with this?
I feel like maybe they can put more clearer instructions at the below the bottle. There's always the logo over there. Then like below, maybe they can put clearer instructions on what type of thing that can be thrown and what cannot be thrown. And like then the contamination part, I think they should put more clearer. Or maybe they should have another dedicated bin for those that are dirty lah. At least
Like
like two different bins, clean and dirty.
clean and dirty, okay.
There's a lot of bins, but at least the bottles are going to somewhere instead of the normal rubbish bin that's gonna like.
Then you think that people will still throw in that dirty one? Like you see the dirty one is there, right? Then people will go and wash already.
Yeah, cause a lot of people wouldn't want to wash. And what are the odds that people will wash? Maybe the one from downstairs your house, people will wash lah, cause they're like in their house, then they will go there and throw, then they wash. But if you're in a mall, will you go to the toilet and wash that bottle? If you're walking halfway, I don't know, eating your dinner afterwards, will you go to the toilet and wash that specific bottle? No, right? You just throw away and be like, yeah, next time, just throw into the normal bin. That's what I did just now, so I can just tell you straight.
That's what you think.
Yeah, just now I bought this bottle of green tea and then I drank it. And then I was like, nah, rubbish bin it is.
The
I
rubbish
wouldn't
bin.
bother to go and wash. Yeah. Even though in my mind I feel like this should be recycled. But I don't see any recycling bin near me anyway lah, so yeah lor.
So a lack of rubbish, like rubbish recycling bin also.
Yes, rubbish bin is common, but recycling bin is not common, I feel. Not
Okay
in the
then.
school at least.
Okay. Then can you recall any past campaigns on any topic, campaigns or advertisement lah, that will make you want to take action?
No. I feel like there's some campaign, but I cannot remember the name or the content.
It's okay,
It's
don't
like
have
it's
to
familiar.
remember like the name, but maybe just talk to me about maybe what it is about.
That's the thing, I can't remember
可以讲的 it's
anything.
fine. You can think about it. It's fine. Anywhere.
Mm,
Can even be like bus stops, like anywhere.
I think there's something called something green. There's a picture of a poster that says green, maybe reduce, reuse, recycle, and then they have like a workshop on it. I think that's all I recall. I think, but I never read it in
Doesn't
detail.
have to be on sustainability. So.
Hmm?
It doesn't have to be on sustainability also.
I know, like I think I saw this green S poster. That's what I remember.
Oh, okay.
But I never read the content, so I don't know what the content is.
Just remember it was green.
Yeah, it was green and it says reduce, reuse, recycle, and there's a tree over there in the picture.
Then, but it didn't prompt you to make any action. That's the thing.
No.
Why? Why do you think it's not?
It's like in a bus stop or like in our leaves, right? You see all this stuff. It's just like a 1 second thing. Then you just go back to your house or you take a bus. Unless you are bored or like you are damn free, then you actually look into detail and maybe you think about it. But most people, I feel like just a passerby. It's like most people won't really
Do you
read.
think we can make it more effective then?
I think right, maybe you can mail them like in a letterbox format. They got time to slowly read mah. Although most of the time it get thrown away lah. But the thing is, if it's on bus stop, personally people are using their phone and they don't really like look at it mah. So I don't really know how to actually make it better. What prompt me to read is unless the content is very interesting on
Then what
social
would define
media.
as interesting to you?
The design of the poster. If it like got more like shapes and like those capital that will catch my attention, and the headline must be like very exciting that need to come to an attention, those like then I will read, I feel.
Okay. Then, what do you think, like, is there any incentives that you think that campaigns or like any marketing materials can like do so that you'll be more interested in engaging with the campaign with heat
Campaign okay, for like heat resisting.
resistance?
Heat resist.
Same thing. Yeah.
Oh, like campaign to do to help with heat resisting.
Heat resilience. So for example, like
Or heat resilience.
maybe
Okay.
like the
I think
school or
distributing fan.
sorry?
Those foldable fan. Maybe like they should have a campaign to educate on climate change first. Then afterward they can start like I don't know, whoever who participates can get like a free foldable fan that is like small and compact. So it's like maybe when they're hot, right, instead of like going to like aircon or like I don't know when they're trying to adapt, they can use the fan to like that, instead. To use it to like sun yourself. So I think that's like another good way. Because if you give them free gift, they'll keep in the bag. And then it's like somewhat compact and foldable. I think that's like a good way. But for those who attend lah, I feel.
Yeah, what those that don't attend, how can we incentivize them to come?
Maybe can give like goodie bags. Like the auntie uncles like to get goodie bags, free goodie bags. They'll be like, oh, here I come. Then they'll come and collect the goodie bags. And those goodie bags maybe can have food, biscuits, those type of typical goodie bags. Or maybe you can have those policy, right, that maybe if maybe your electricity usage, if your electricity usage right falls below a certain range, maybe they can get incentive like I don't know $100 to there's like maybe a few range of incentive. Maybe like I actually don't really know about electricity, but maybe I can have like 3 different group. Maybe use like very very little, then you can have like maybe $100 or something. Then it goes down, maybe like 90, 80, 70, 60, 50 like that. Like incentives. That's not too high. Maybe like a every month or every year thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Then, for example, if the Red Cross were to give like a heat resilience program, will you sign up for it? Why and why not?
Okay, if it's at a convenient timing, I will sign up. For example, maybe if like on a day when I have school and I have time, just nice, I'll just go. Or maybe on a weekend, like early in the weekend, I will go also.
Why?
Because it's like I'm free ma, and then I'm kind of interested in this kind of content. Then I'll just go and take a look. And unless the duration is like 2-3 hours, then I wouldn't go. Maybe 1 hour I will go. Like not
But
too
why are you
long.
interested in the first place?
Because as someone with eczema, I also want to know what are the ways that I can deal with ma. Any other ways? Because as you can see, electricity and all right contribute to climate change. So it made me feel like whatever I can do, I can try to do something. Yeah.
Okay, can. Then for our discussion, what do you think is the most important factor in getting youth engaged in youth in like heat resilience?
I feel like social media is a very important factor. Because a lot of youth actually use like social media nowadays. So you want to get the attention, right? You must use social media, I feel. Social media, yes.
What kind of things can you put in social media?
What kind of thing to put in social media? Like maybe campaigns to let them know that there's such campaigns going on, and maybe like the context of like how, and a statistic to tell them that like how the climate change is like affecting us. Maybe like maybe we have like increased amount of plastic wastage or increased amount of like electricity. Then we have to bold the increase and then add the effect behind. So when the youth they see it, then they will read it and they're like, oh, actually this is quite serious. And maybe to post it more often, so they see it more often, they'll be like, actually this is an issue. Like make it trendy lah.
Follow the accounts that does this.
Okay, if I wow, this one is like a good question. Would I follow? I honestly see my mood though.
We can do all this, but if you all don't follow, fucking use. I mean, it's useless.
Okay, so okay, so I must tell you something about Instagram. Okay, some people they have this like environmental wellness web page or account, then they want to follow, right? If the whole page is all about mental wellness and the design is damn boomer, right? I will not follow. It must have the youngster interesting graphic and like maybe not entirely on the same kind of pattern lah. Then this style will be like a bit boring. So maybe like can include like contents like maybe like a news article, then another one can be on ways to mitigate and what you can do, like alternating. And of course, must design nicer lah. Then you'll catch people attention to follow.
How define as design nicer?
Like more colours. Don't give the black and white. No. If you put this curtain colour into the page, I will not follow. You get what I mean? Like, it need to have some design. Let me see the good design. Often kind of like, oh, old aunties one, right? I won't follow. Maybe the old aunties, they will see and they will follow. So I feel like you should incorporate more like youngster kind of design. Those cute fonts. Then youngster will be like, okay, actually this is quite cute. I will follow. Personally, that's for me lah, I feel.
So the page must not be boring in your eyes.
Yeah, it cannot be boring. It must be full of colours. But not too vibrant colours, like pastel colours. But I think this is pretty good colouring, but it's just that it's too bright for my liking. It's like all yellow. I think this is a bit too much, by the way.
you follow
Can have
something
different
like that.
colour. But but I feel like the design of the logo is quite nice, and the font. It will attract youth like girls especially to go inside, I feel.
So you follow this kind of educational stuff lah.
Yes, actually this time I will follow, yeah. Yeah, like all the follow.
I see.
Yeah, it's educational though. Yeah, I found it.
So you would
Because I've been searching in my
follow
follower list. Yeah, I did lah. Because I've been searching my follower list, I cannot find it.
Okay, can.
Yeah.
I see.